Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Enigmatica to Expert. So, if you missed it, I want to quickly go over this. We had a stream earlier. Earlier at the time of recording this. The stream was Wednesday. We did get the slime boats during the stream, because we had to go out exploring a little bit. And we started working on this area here. And this is just big farms. This is what this is. So I'm picking back up shortly after the stream, my time. I'm still working on spreading this stuff out, and we're going to do some time lapse. So if you're just watching the videos, you won't miss out on getting to see these farms being built. They do take a while. Longer than you might think. Of course, right now I actually don't have much cobblestone, so I had to go a couple times during the stream and farm cobblestone, and then we had to go out exploring and just all kinds of stuff. And then I started having nutrition issues, so I had to deal with that until we can get food properly up and going. But we do have access to everything now because we've kind of got vegetables all around here. Fruit's pretty easy. Meat's pretty easy. Dairy was what I was suffering on. And so we got a cow that is in, you probably saw it a second ago, that's in that pen over, I want to go jumping. I haven't upgraded all this to fertile soil, because I just don't have the bones for it. And of course, this is long term. This is going to be more of a decorative farm. But for right now, this is kind of our farm for manual harvest. And there's our cow. So right now, I've just been drinking the milk because you can drink it no matter what your hunger levels are, and you get like a bit of nutrition. So it's basically like free nutrition, more or less. But we are going to be refining that before too long. I'm just trying to get a bunch of crops planted so that we have, so that we have food to actually start making more fine stuff. And we talked a bit on the stream. In the first go around with Enigmatica, we pretty much just automated like deluxe chicken curry. This time around, we are going to just automate lots of things, like long term. Maybe all the things. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to just have all the Pam's crops automated. Now, we started here, and we've kind of got a little area. You'll see a little bit of grass there that's actually going to go through, and some of this might get cut back. But we're going to be working on a few builds in the coming episodes. Probably not this episode, because I just don't have the materials yet. And I kind of want to upgrade tools before I worry too much about that, because I'm using kind of dinky tools at the moment. So I'd actually like to spend an episode kind of just upgrading tools and getting started. But a couple of the builds that we do have coming up, we need a house. For starters, we need a windmill, our first windmill. There's actually going to be a few of them over here, but our first windmill that's going to go right here, which is actually going to be what kind of segues us into starting into our immersive engineering progression. So that's kind of how we'll do progression, is just when it feels right, we'll progress, but we won't worry too much about just every episode we need to work on progression, or something that relates to progression. So once we start the windmill, that's what's going to segue us into immersive engineering so that we can start working towards windmills. And then, of course, water wheels and stuff. So we'll be working on a windmill build. I also want to work on a kitchen build and a forge build. So we have a few builds that will be coming up in the coming episodes. And, of course, we will time-lapse those. Now, if you want to see this on the map, it actually looks really cool on the map. This area here, and you can see kind of where I made just a rough idea for a pathway that runs through here. And it's going to cross over. It's a windmill, and then we'll probably build a bridge going across. There's a pretty good chance that I will have to double up on crops, because I think right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then this is one big wheat field. But anyways, there's only going to be like 100, maybe 150 crops, because we're going to do fields of like lavender and fields of roses and fields of things that you don't necessarily grow in a field, but just for decor. But long term, what I'd like to have is all of this area in here. I think all this area in here, pathways with big farms. But I will say that wheat is going to be a big part of it, because wheat's just beautiful in big fields. So we're going to have these huge fields here, some animals, some tree farms, in this area, but primarily crops, and then windmills scattered throughout, and maybe little sheds and things like that. So we're going to have just this huge area. But we did get a bit done, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be a massive, massive farm. But I want something that you can get on a horse and start riding down the paths and you know, you really feel like you're going through just a really large farmland that's like they are feeding, kind of feeding a large area, or producing food for a large area. So that's kind of the plan, but throughout there we will have all the different Pam's Harvest Craft crops and all the different rustic crops and all that stuff kind of littered in there, and then we'll have bees out there and stuff. Of course, these farms, they're not really set up for automation, so we will have like smaller little systems for automation, which we'll try to make something nice with those. But these will be more for manual harvest. But the thing is, I can come out here and I can manually harvest, like, say, tomatoes, which is filled out at the moment. I can come out here and harvest, like, tomatoes and get, like, 3 or 4 stacks of tomatoes. You know, there's just a whole lot of crops here. And just kind of having some fun. Now, it's not going to stay just cobblestone slabs. We're going to be building out walls around these as well, just kind of for looks. And then eventually we'll upgrade all that to fertile soil, but not yet. So anyways, with that said, what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be working on getting some better tools, and not just upgrading through the tiers of progression, but I would like to, and I actually have to get this stuff out of here because I haven't set this back up yet, all of our TC stuff. But I want to make gathering materials a bit easier for us, because right now, you know, I don't have any form of auto repair. Well, actually, I guess it's got ecological, so I guess technically it kind of auto repairs, but I would maybe like to get something like that. I mean, we've got modifiers building up. I'd like to get fortune, would be kind of cool. Get up to where we can start farming lapis. I would quite like that. I'm trying to find something, and I had a mind blank for a second. These right here are seared bricks, because I would like to upgrade our smeltery, make it a bit bigger. We're going to set this up out here, and this will just be here until we get the forge area done. And my idea is I'd really like to have the forge area, oh, that's not my Madoc. I'd really like to have the forge area be set up in a way that we can maybe have our blast furnaces, I actually want to raise this, have our blast furnaces and have our maybe our coke ovens and just different things like that. I'd like to have it set up in a way that we could have a few different things and not just a big smeltery, you know. Because I think those types of things would actually kind of fit in nicely with everything. So that's kind of the goal, is to set it up so that I don't have enough to raise this. Okay, well, we'll put what we can out, and I can always make some more seared bricks later. I think villages can have them too, or is that not enabled in this pack? I can't remember, but. And also getting some sort of a warehouse in place before too terribly long might be good. But, I mean, we could get by without one as long as we just keep everything nice and sorted. So, we'll see. But okay, where we left off, with the quest here, we need to get osmium. That's the next gate for us. And so what I'm kind of thinking we'll do, starting out, is kind of just bust through osmium, and then the obsidian, cobalt, manulin, and then we'll kind of stop there. Harvest level 8, of course, requires osgoglass, so if I recall, that's what it requires, but it's been a little while. Do I not have osmium? I guess I don't. So that's fine. It shouldn't be too difficult to get some osmium. It's actually super, super common. So I'm going to start mining down. I'm going to see if I can find some osmium. And that's where, during the stream, that's one of the spots I had to go farm cobblestone. And then I had to farm dirt, actually. But I'm gonna dig down, try to find us a little bit of osmium, so that we can upgrade. And I'm gonna have to get torches. I found osmium, but I can't mine it yet because we never upgraded this tool to lead. I've got lead, I just never upgraded it. So that was it was lead, or I was thinking it was lead or silver. Yeah, it's lead or silver. Okay. Well, I'm going to let's pop up here. Let's go get a new pickaxe head. And one thing I'm going to try to do between episodes actually is try to get some of this stuff sorted out, like ores and stuff, kind of just separated, and kind of start getting some of that kind of dealt with, because we have stuff all over the place at the moment, which isn't good. It's not good at all. Alright, so there's our lead. Let's go ahead and dump that. And I might actually go ahead and repair this iron pick, because we've actually got a lot of iron. And I think I've got quite a few iron ingots. I know I was using a bit, yeah. Okay. I know I was using a bit during the stream, but I couldn't remember. And then there's our lead pick. What is that? Plus 100%. I don't remember that ever being here. What's that? Prevents knockback. For some reason I never realized that if you have an iron or a lead pick, you can't be knocked back. Or it prevents it. I forgot to get torches. I apologize. But anyways, we'll go ahead and just grab the... We're only going to be down here in a second. So, and there's nickel there, but let's go ahead and grab the osmium. And quest complete. Okay. This pick feels super slow, though. I do think lead actually has a really slow mining speed. And what does it take to make the apple of lofty stature? Orange dye, cyan dye, a fern, and an apple. We might actually go ahead and make that this episode, because just having step up, like, already would be really, really nice to have. And then I wouldn't have to put stairs on that temporary mine, which would be kind of cool. Okay, let's go ahead and toss this into there. And I said I needed orange, right? Or orange and cyan dye. Okay. Well, I don't know if I have cactus green. I'm sure I can sort something. Actually, what does it take to make the mortar and pestle in this pack? It's standard. Okay, so let's do that. And I should be able to pull this off. We need to get mystical flowers. Oops. We need to get mystical flowers set up, like a little farm for them. Okay, so orange. Well, there's orange tulip. I may not actually need this. For some reason, I was thinking I had more mystical flowers. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. I'm not actually seeing a cyan one. But I've got orange dye right there. And cyan is green and blue. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. So maybe I'm going to have to go out and try to find a cyan flower. But our osmium is done. Let's go ahead and pour this. We'll get this pickaxe upgraded. And we did complete a quest. So we get either 16 bronze, 32 seared bricks, or 16 iron. I'm going to take the... I guess I'm going to take the bronze. Oh, it was the wrong quest. I was looking at the lead one. Okay, we get an alumite shovel head, an electrum shovel head, or a night slime shovel head. I'm going to take the alumite shovel head, and the reason being, there's a trick we can do. Yeah, you'll notice the alumite shovel head is obsidian mining level. What we're going to do is just toss this in there and melt it down. I think we did the same thing during the last go around, but we don't really need a better shovel at the moment. But let's see if we can find... Oh, what do you know? We got cyan dye right here. Or cyan flowers. Awesome. And of course, the jumping, if you guys are curious about this, I know I cover it. I talk about it every series. I love it. This is slime boots plus longsword. Let's do that. Okay, so that. Oh, wait. That. Okay, I'll just keep the petal for now. And then we need an apple. I hope I didn't eat them all. It's very, very possible that I just ate all the apples. Oh, and let me grab... I may have some shears lying around, because I know I made a few pairs, but... Oh, I've actually got some in my inventory. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm going to have to go get... I'm going to have to go get an apple, which is fine. I need to cut down some trees anyways, so... But anyways, our alumite is done. Let's go ahead and pour this. And basically, it's just a free mining level, and we can skip. We don't actually need the osmium pick, so I'm just going to turn it back into ingots. And that way we can bypass that. Now, we still have to complete the quest, so we will do that, but there we go. Just have the... yeah, see, this one doesn't have the little horn on it. I don't know if that just means, like, it's a 100% chance to poison things, or what. I also discovered after last episode... You guys really love Vein Miner. You know, okay, I can use any kind of grass. I had so many comments about use vein miner, use vein miner. And I've actually been considering removing vein miner from the pack because I actually hate the mod a lot. But I will try to bring myself to use it, I guess, just for you guys. Let's go ahead, and there is our apple of lofty stature. We can go ahead and nom on this thing, and now we can just have auto step up, which is great. And I just poured the osmium pick back out. I don't want that. I want ingots. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to go get ourselves a bit of obsidian. I'm not even going to worry about sleeping. I guess I should make torches before I go down. So let's head down. There is some nickel down here, and I do think that I'm going to go ahead and snag it. Kind of need to remove all these like upper blocks. Oh, you know what I should do though while I'm down here? I'll show you in just a second. We'll go ahead and just pull up all this nickel. And I'm not going to worry about that 10 right now. And I'm going to go ahead and continue mining down to like Y14 or Y10 or something. Oh, we found a mineshaft. Okay. Well, let's check this thing out. What I'm really after is obsidian though, of course. But we can take ourselves a little detour here into the mine shaft. I don't know if I'm going to mine all this stuff because I actually don't need most of the stuff. But I do want to have a peek around because the minecart... Hey, what do you know, minecart? What do we got? We have a wing charm, which is actually kind of nice. We got some lapis. Cool. I need a whole lot more than that, but that's a good starting point. We got pumpkin seeds. We got steadfast drone. I've got beets. I'm not worried about those. A capacitor. Some more torches. Sure. Way up. Okay. So, oh, lapis. Oh, well, the only thing is... Well, I'm going to have to mine some before I can mine some better. So let's go ahead and just mine up all this lapis, I suppose. And I'll come back down here. This will be a good spot to just kind of go through and strip mine. I won't force you guys to watch all of that because... Well, I probably won't even worry about it until we get... I need redstone. And I need... my lapis. There's redstone, which I'm not going to bother mining that just yet because I've got almost a stack of lapis, and I can get more output if I wait. Which actually, yeah, let me instead of running around, let me pop back up. Usually what I try to do is just drop all this onto the pick, and that's going to bump us up to we've got luck, which is basically fortune 1. And then that way we get a little bit better drops off of like the lapis, and then we'll try to get fortune 2 and then fortune 3. But it takes like 360 lapis to get the fortune 3, so it's going to take a little bit. But this is actually a really good spot to go about mining lapis. And one thing I'm going to do actually is let me just mark this as, because there's like a limit of like 16. Minecraft, yeah, mineshaft. There's like a limit of like 16 places that we can mark, but for right now it'd be nice to have this area marked. And actually, I'm just gonna pop back up there. It doesn't take much XP at all to just pop up the stairs. Okay, so now we've got luck 1. That's what we actually want, not just luck. And then we'll just pop back down to the mine shaft and continue exploring and see if we can maybe find ourselves enough lapis to get fortune, and then I'll mine up the redstone and we can get haste on this thing. And then we need to try to get some mossy stone. Well, I've actually got some moss stone. I think I know where to mine some more, so that would be pretty easy to do. This is one of the things I was actually wanting to do, is build up lapis and redstone on this. Oh wow, there's redstone everywhere. Oh, and we got diamonds. We got overgrowth seed, emerald apple, which we might use that a little bit later. Okay, I'm gonna leave the rest of that stuff for now. I'll come back through later and just like full clear this whenever I'm strip mining it. But I need to dump off my backpacks, and I did not do that before we came down, which is fine. I mean, this isn't like it's far away from my base or anything. It's literally right down the stairs. There is a... This is actually like really, really lucky because there is a ton, and I mean an absolute ton of lapis down here. That's not really taking a whole lot of effort to go get or anything. There's actually a lot of redstone too, but I know how much we're going to need redstone. I see some mobs on the map, I just don't see any mobs in person. Oh. 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 Whoa! What in the world was that? Oh, man. So much for no mobs, right? I thought that was like a normal, you know, like a normal spawner. And I don't know. Either that or there's something where whenever you try to put torches on top of spawners, it just doesn't like it. I don't know. I have no clue. Okay, these water paths have to go. Okay. Found a little bit more lapis. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this redstone since it's right here. We'll go ahead and take that. Diamonds. Awesome. Well, we will have we'll have our Fortune 3 pick here pretty quick. So, I'm going to go ahead and warp on home. It actually doesn't require any XP to warp home from down here. Awesome. Okay. So, there's that. And now we have luck too. We're 200 out of 360 at the moment, which is pretty good. Let's pop back down. And now we just need about 160 more lapis to finish out. Hey, there's another mine cart right there. There's topaz. Punch 2. Eh. Oh, and I forgot to actually put the redstone on the pick. That's okay, though. We'll put it on next time we go up there. And we got an ender pearl. Oh, and we got iridium shards as well, which is pretty awesome. Ah, found some lapis. Good stuff. 28. Okay. Not quite as much as I was hoping for, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this little tunnel down, just so we can get down to the bottom, because that's where we're going to be more likely to find a bunch of obsidian just naturally spawning. I mean, we could make obsidian, of course, but I need a bit of that. But I want to go ahead and push on to like some pretty good tools, just because that's going to make mining, and honestly what I need to mine and do right now is I need to mine up lots of stone, and let me see something. I'm not planning on using this. That does work. Ugh, I cannot stand... I actually just cannot stand vein miner. I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of people like it. I don't understand it. I'm part of the strange sort of minority here, but that's okay. Alright. I did find a lot of lapis though, I guess. In the cheesiest manner possible, but I did find a bunch. Well, let's go ahead and pop back up to home. And I guess we could farm cobblestone like that, but I'm not going to. Same with wood. I don't think I'm going to... Because it's like then you don't even really need like redstone and stuff for much of anything, I don't feel like. Like it just doesn't have much of a benefit when you can just... like there's all the materials. But I'm going to put a couple modifier levels of haste, get up to haster, I guess. And we still got 3 modifiers. Let's go ahead and get another one on there. And I also want... Actually, I don't think we can do mending moss at the moment, can we? Yeah, we can. So, I mean, of course, long term, I want to go for Unbreakable, but I remember how late Unbreakable actually is in this pack. So I don't think it's going to be, like, top priority. I don't know why I'm running down there. Mineshaft. Well, still have to run down the rest of this way, but that's okay. Okay. This is quite a bit better, and there's diamonds right there. I'm not going to mine those just yet because we still need a little bit more luck on this. Oh, I accidentally just mined one. There's another batch of diamonds. There's so many diamonds down here. Like, it's so weird after being on vanilla for a bit and then coming to, like, and there's more diamonds. What is this madness? What in the world is this madness? But yeah, I think I know a lot of people will be sad about it, but I'm probably actually going to just remove Vein Miner from the pack, at least for my playthrough. I know you guys may like it, and you know you're more than welcome to use it in your playthrough, but it's just not my cup of tea. I have found. Actually, I don't really need that either. I found a bit of lapis 47. I don't remember how much actually. I think that's actually enough. So we'll have luck 3 on this. Now I've got to be careful right now because I actually only have 68 durability. So I think what I want to do now is I want to turn my attention towards the mending moss real quick. And let me go ahead and just drop this. So we've got Hastester, and I've got 1 modifier left on this. Okay, so mending moss. There's a couple things that we're going to need for this. I'm going to need bookshelves. I've actually got enough leather for that. Oh, I've actually got enough books for that. So we'll just do that. We'll just go ahead and get our bookshelf. Ba-doom. And then I need moss stone. And to make this, can't we... Yeah, vines and stuff. But it spawns somewhere nearby. Honestly, I guess we could have probably just made the obsidian sharpening kit and sharpened something. Then we could still repair it with that material, but and obsidian can't normally mine cobalt, though. Can it in this pack? I can't remember, actually. To be perfectly honest. So I've got to figure out... Let me actually just look on the map real quick. I think... Maybe mossstone goes there? In the magical forest? Yeah. I think it can spawn in magical... Or generate magical forests. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, I'll probably just pull vein mine out, or just take it off my hot... Yeah, I'll probably just take it off. Take it out of the pack. I don't know. Or just take it off my hotkeys. The reason being is because it's just... With that, there's no point in even having like a lumber axe and stuff, which is kind of a bummer, I think. And I don't know. I don't want to do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and boom. There is our ball of moss. And boom, there's our mending moss. Okay. Then we can take this and we can drop it on our pickaxe. And there we go. With ecological and mending moss, we should get decent durability regen. I mean, it's not going to be super fast with just a single level of mending moss. But the thing is, since this pack you can have infinite levels, we might as well. And then later on we can get like 5 levels and get, you know, unbreakable on it or whatever. Or at that point we could just really just make a new pick too and just put unbreakable on it. But it's going to be a little while because we need, if you recall from Enigmatica the last time around, we actually needed quite a few things before we were able to get unbreakable on our tools. And on this time around, we're going to be doing a lot more building, so it's actually probably going to take even longer to get to that point, you know. And so, mending moss will kind of save us a lot of headache if we go ahead and get that. Still, it doesn't look like we've generated any durability, but that's okay. Okay, but we've got luck 3 now, so I'm going to go ahead and just break all this stuff off. We got rare earths. We got 16 diamonds from that deposit. Over here, there's 26 diamonds. And now we have 44. All right. And we've got like 50 diamonds already. Oh, it's insanity. It is absolute insanity. Okay, so I need to find an obsidian deposit. We've got 51 durability. That's not too bad. Okay, it's actually the next day now. Let me grab this bucket. Because my pick almost broke. It was at like 5 durability, so I was like, I should stop. And so I just AFK'd and gave the mending moss a bit of time to repair it up, and the ecological a bit of time to repair it up, and then I need water. That's what I'm after right now, by the way. Gave it a little bit of time to repair it up, and then I didn't get back to doing stuff that day. So, it's the next day, but anyways, we are out looking for lava. And see, I see on the map, there's a bit of lava over here. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Oh, what do you know? There's diamonds too. Man. And I also got to thinking, in this pack, I think you can just make the obsidian sharpening kit and you can mine cobalt. I'm used to that not being the case. So I probably, for this pack, I probably should have left it as an osmium pick and then just made the obsidian sharpening kit. Then I wouldn't have to wait, you know, for it to repair. But that's okay. It's not really a big deal. And I know I could vein mine this. It's not my style. I'm just not a big fan of vein miner. So it kind of kills a lot of things. Like, you don't need a lumber axe. You don't need tool progression. Aside from just getting the harvest levels, like, you can have pretty much any tool and it's like equally as effective as like a Terra Shatterer almost. Because when you can break huge swaths of everything, I don't know. It's just not. It just kind of. I love mining, so it just kind of kills that for me. But I think it's there for people that don't like mining and stuff. But you know, so nothing against it if you like to use it, but it's just not me. There we go. And we're gonna pop on back up to the home. And now what we need to do is, I should drop off some of this junk, right? Almost a full stack of diamonds in like one episode. I need more modifiers on this. Well, I'll probably get some. I'd like to put some more mending moss on it so it's a bit faster. It's not, right now it's not super fast. It's not terrible, but it's not super fast. Okay, so the sharpening kit. Let's go ahead and grab that. Quest complete. And I don't actually need that now, since I've got the alumite. What we're going to do now is, let's go ahead and get the flint and steel from that. Oh wait, it's both of them. Okay. And we need to go get cobalt now. This is the good stuff. And I wanted to look and see if, what does it take to make the tool forge in this pack? It is standard craft. Okay, so I need to get some grout made up, for starters. Or no, I actually don't, I guess, because I've got all these extra seared bricks up here. So let me just pop up. I should probably get all this osmium poured out. But, oh, and blocks, like, if I was to make iron blocks, I can't remember if we can handcraft them or if we have to smelt them down. No, we can handcraft them. Okay. Because some packs do that and some packs don't. What do I want to use for this? I've got a whole bunch of copper. Yeah, let's do copper. Let's go ahead and toss that in there. And then let's make ourselves a nether portal. And I'm just going to trust that I won't die. I'm not going to properly do this, like put my stuff up, because, I don't know, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the nether. It shouldn't take us very long to get some cobalt and some ardite, so we can make our cobalt and manulin stuff. Actually, I think we should, with alumite, we should be able to mine cobalt and ardite, I think. And if so, we won't even need to make the cobalt stuff, because the quest only requires the ore. Okay, we need to go deeper. Alright. So let's go ahead and mark this, and we're going to call this home. Boom. And as long as we don't go too far from that, we'll be alright. I do see some ardite over here, so I'm going to pop over. The only thing is, do I want to actually make a manulin tool? I guess I should. Oh yeah, the pigmen attack you in this pack. Well, that's fine. I don't care. I need to put iron parts on my tool, and I need to put copper parts on my tool too, but I won't really have space for both of them, I guess. No! Whoa! Well, I'm going home. I'm getting out of there. Because I was taking... Those pigmen don't like me, and I haven't made any proper armor, so... that could have got really, really bad really, really quick. Okay, so we got the quest completed for the cobalt. Now, this one here, they just want us to make a manual sharpening kit. Now, I don't know if... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's cobalt or... I mean, cobalt's a bit faster by default. And let me check something. To make manual in this pack. Like the manual sharpening kit. It's 2 ingots worth. And it's 2 and 2. Okay, it's... Okay. You only get basically 1 ingot per one of each metal ingot. So I'm going to need 1 more ardite, I guess. And no, actually, no. I'm being dumb. The quest wants us to get the sharpening kit, which if we make a cobalt pick and then make the sharpening kit, then we'll have manual and level with cobalt speed. That's what we're gonna do. I'm being dumb. Just ignore me. I'm like noob guard today. Okay. I thought that was ardite. That's a mushroom. I don't want to venture too far into the nether. I just kind of want to get... Oh, this is perfect. I need 2 cobalt to make the pick. And, oh, yeah. And I would actually benefit from... Oh, no. You get out of here. I will take all this ardite, even though I don't actually probably need it. I do want to make a manual sword, though. Oh, there's more cobalt. And I want to maybe upgrade... You're gonna attack me, so I might as well get the jump on you. And I thought you had a friend, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's a different layer or something. Okay. Oh no, that's all right. I actually don't need a lot of ardite at the moment. I do need to get some iron on my tools, though. That way we get magnetic. But I kind of feel like I might want copper instead. Oh, look at that. It's still full durability. It's repairing like super fast. And I hate fire bats because they are so hard to hit. They're like baby zombies, you know, in that regard. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take all of this that I can find. I love this. I love this mending moss with the pick. I do. And we can put multiple mending moss. It's what, 10 levels though. So I'm thinking what we'll try to do is get mending moss, maybe mending moss 2. We might even bump it up to mending moss 3. We'll see. Because like I said, it's going to be a while before I push on to a point where I can actually get unbreakable tools. It's probably going to be a decent little while. So I would like to go the mending moss route for a while until I'm like comfortable enough to get unbreakable tools. So, hey, oh, these guys. There we go. And I might as well go ahead and stomp this guy out. Just to deal with him. Because they don't like me here in the nether. Okay, I've got 14 cobalt. That should be enough. I've got 13 ardites. I kind of want to grab this one. Perhaps, if it's not going to be a pain. I don't feel like messing with it. Because, well, I shouldn't be lazy. I've got cobalt. I mean, I've got cobblestone right here, so. Oh, and there's cobalt right here, too. Might as well. Okay. I think we should be good. I got 19. That's plenty. And I don't want to press my luck because I'll end up dying. I hear a ghast. I need to box this portal in, but that's fine. Okay. So now, I should have chunk loaded this. I forgot. I was like, oh, I need to do that, but then I forgot. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and dump in. I'm going to want 2, 3, 4. Sword blades are, their material cost 2. Okay, so we're going to do 4 ardite, 4 cobalt, and then I'm going to want shovel, axe, pickaxe. Yes, 6 more. And then I'll probably want some for the... let's see. I don't really care about getting a hammer. Hammers are cool, but I'm not worried about it right this second. I have 9 cobalt, and the lumber axe is what I actually want because I do need a lot of wood for some of the stuff that we're going to be working on. So of course, if you're using vein miner, you don't have to worry about the lumber axe because you pretty much have a lumber axe with a stick if you want, but I do kind of want a lumber axe. Okay, so we got the molten ardite that we need, so, well, no, I need manulin though. There we go. There's our manulin. Let's go ahead now and let's see. I'm going to want a sharpening kit. So we'll go ahead and pour that out. And I'm also going to want a sword blade. And another quest complete. And then I got to pour out a cobalt pickaxe. There's something got in here and died, and so I've got blood in here, but it wasn't me, but it was some kind of a mob or something. It managed to get itself in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade our sword to a manulin sword. We're doing that because manulin has higher attack damage. So this is going to bump up to an 11.14, so it's like double the damage. And we've got 5 modifiers, so I should stack that with quartz. I think I'll just go... Well, no, I want lapis on it too. So I'll do like 4 levels of quartz and then some lapis. And then there is our cobalt pick. And then I want an axe and a shovel. I'm not going to make... I'm going to have an axe and a lumber axe. The reason being is axe is better if you're like building. Lumber axe is better if you're cutting trees. So that's why I'm doing that. And we'll go ahead and make all of these out of cobalt just so they're faster. Until we hit like Osgo glass. I need to see if I can find a village and get a peace candle. That would be kind of cool, I suppose. Just for around our base. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bump this up. No more alumite. We now have a cobalt pick. Good stuff. And then I need to make some good armor, I guess. But didn't they add the Tinker's armor? Let's see. Chest. For some reason I was thinking they added Tinker armor to this pack, but maybe they didn't. Yeah, Tinker's complement is in here. I think it wasn't in here whenever we started, or maybe that's a different pack. Manulin leggings. Oh. Can we make these? They take a diamond chest plate. Diamond takes gold. Gold takes iron. Iron I think takes leather. Yeah. Okay. And then the broad axe. Okay. We should be good. Should be good for now. There's some other stuff I'd like to make. I don't plan on making any ranged weapons from Tinkers because they're just too strong. But there's probably going to be some other stuff that we'll want to make. Alright, so our shovel. Boom. Our axe. Boom. And I'd like to get mending moss on these. But they do have ecological, so unless I'm just like using them a lot, they should be okay for a bit. But we'll see. And then I need to up the pickaxe. Oh wait, I need to combine it with flint. I'm actually not sure if I have any flint, so I'm just going to craft out some. That. And there we go. So now it's a manual and mining level, but it's still got the cobalt stat, so its mining speed is 27.21, which is really, really good. So like stone is super fast. Of course, we do have 3 tiers of redstone on it, too. Or, it's not quite 3 tiers. I haven't finished that 1 tier, but that's okay. Okay, so for the lumber axe, I'm going to need to make the tool forge. There's our copper. Let's go ahead and get 4 blocks of that. And because copper's like super common. And then we need the tool station. And that, oops, that, and that. Okay, there's our tool forge. Boom. Okay, so now we have access to all the new tools. We will end up getting one of these. We'll end up getting probably a scythe, because they're kind of nice. Might even make a rapier. Rapiers are nice. And excavator and hammer we will get, just not at the moment. We might get a comma too. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so anyways, the lumber axe. We're going to need a plate, a tool rod, and a binding, large binding. Okay. So we're going to make this out of a few different things. So that way we can get some other items and stuff from it. So for the tough tool rod, I'm going to go ahead and get that out of wood. That way we got that ecological boost. The large binding, we are going to actually make that out of copper. And let me see. The large binding and the large, or not the large plate is 8. The large binding is, or the tough binding is 3. Okay, so I need 8 copper. And we'll go ahead and get that going. And then I think I'm going to make the other part out of iron, actually. And the reason being is, the reason I'm doing this is because copper is going to give us XP boost. And I want that because I need quite a few levels to make mending moss. And it would just make things faster if I could go out and cut trees and get levels pretty easily. So there's our copper. And we'll go ahead and get the large plate in copper. Of binding, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my ingot cast too, because I've got this osmium in here that needs to come out. And while that's running, let's go ahead and our leftover lapis, I need another 360 lapis basically, but let's go ahead and drop our sword in there, and let's go ahead and slot that. So that way it's locked in, and I don't have to worry about accidentally doing too much quartz and losing my last modifier and then having to build up another one. And then we'll get our iron going. That, of course, is from the pickaxe head that we made earlier, or that we got earlier from the, or that we made earlier and used the one instead from the quest. Okay, so now we can make ourselves our lumber axe. Boom, 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 and we got a cobalt copper lumber axe. And let's see, well established, gain additional XP and magnetic, basically early magnet for this. Awesome. Okay. Now, I'm going to need to add some stuff to this, like redstone would be nice on it. How many modifiers does it start with? It starts with 2. But I'm probably going to end up wanting mending moss, so what I'm going to do is, I don't necessarily want to chop these trees down right now. Well, no, I'm going to want to chop down some of them, so let's go ahead and just boom, cut down that whole tree. And of course these little bits out here that stick out, sometimes it doesn't get those, but that's okay. And we're getting some XP from this. It's not a crazy amount of XP, but it's a little bit, and every little bit's going to help us out getting those early game mending moss books. Plus I'm about to go farm up some redstone, and that's actually going to go a long ways for the XP front, so alright. But I have to gather up a bunch of wood. Now, I don't actually know for sure that I'm going to be using cherry wood for the first few builds that we're going to be doing. But I do need to get these trees out of the way because this is where our road is going to go that runs basically the main gate into the town. Or into the base. So the farms are going to be outside the gate. That's not to say we won't build like a small wall around them long term, but they're not going to be part of the main base. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of XP, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and pop down to the mineshaft. I'm going to farm up just a little bit of redstone. I'm going to hit level 10, and then I'm going to make another thing of mending moss. And charge service, we haven't gotten any of that yet, so I might as well start mining that. Okay, we hit level 10. I'm going to go ahead and just mine up the rest of this, just really, really fast. We should be good. Let's pop back up home. I know it's getting kind of close to wrapping up point, but we're just going to wrap up here. So this, I think I had, yeah, 200. So we're up to 28.66. Speed on that. You can't, does that actually work now? It increases your, you can use that on swords now. I was thinking you could, but there was a time when you couldn't use it. Okay, so I've got the levels that I need. Let me grab this mossy stone. I'm going to have to go farm some more of this. That's fine. I'm probably actually going to need a lot of it, because I'd like to get like mending moss 2 on most of the stuff. So, boom, there's that. And I think for this first one, I want to put it on the axe, because I know I'll be using this a bit between episodes. Oh, it's not just over time. It takes XP and that's how it repairs it. Okay, that was a change, and I forget that that was ever changed. A lot of times I don't use mending moss because unbreakable's usually not gated all that much. Um, you know, and I just make a rush for it. But okay, I like that though. It's more like mending now instead of like just magical repairing. And then let's go ahead and just drop a level of haste on this. And it shouldn't take us too long to hit the next level, and I'll just keep hasting it up. Okay, now the last thing that I definitely want to do this episode, and then I'm going to edit some footage and see where we're at, is I want to pop back to the Nether real quick. I also need to get this thing built up to something a bit better. But I want to pop back to the Nether. You'd be surprised how fast you run through Maddox when you're making ginormous farms. Like, we had to repair that thing quite a bit during the stream, and I've got so many more farms to make. It's not even funny. Okay, so I want to gather up a bit of nether quartz. Plus, we're going to get some easy free levels doing this, so that means more mending moss. I have to go get some more moss stone, but it's not that far over to that. Technically, there's actually one even closer. So I could pop over there. There's a magical forest, like, actually in our base, so. Okay, we've got 4 modifiers. I'm going to get at least, like, 3 stacks of nether quartz. Oh, gosh. So let's go ahead and bump up this sword. Oh, it's 72 per level. 56. I need 6 more. Okay. Well, we're up to an 18.04 attack damage at the moment. And there's some things I should put on this sword, like maybe lead, so that it poisons, or silver gives like a damage boost against undead. And I don't even know, with all the plus TC stuff, there's no telling. There's actually quite a few. Oh, this is ash. Actually, quite a few really good things that we could put on the sword as other tool parts. So we'll mess about with that later. Alright, that should be plenty. There's a gas like right there. So we got 18.39 attack damage, and it is sharpester. So one more modifier of nether quartz, and that would be at max. And then we can either do attack speed, which is actually pretty nice to have, and make it into like a really fast attack weapon, or we can start doing undead damage. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I just need to sort armor, honestly, and we're going to be in really good shape, which I'm probably going to go with manual armor, because I believe it's a little bit better than the diamond armor, and Manulin's actually pretty easy to farm up. So, but now I think we are ready to begin building, because it's going to be pretty easy at this point to gather up wood and stone and all that stuff without using vein mine, because maybe I'm weird like that, but I don't know. It's just the way I play, my preference. So, but we don't have to worry about mobs too much anymore. So. Hey, there's a creeper. Let's see how's this do against creepers. Hey, that was some luck. We just got a music disc. Oh, this is like a good sword for getting music discs, actually, because it gets them to like one hit, and then you just got to line up the skeleton, and easy as pie. What did we get? We got C41811 from that. Oh. But alright, so I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode, so I'm actually going to end this one out here. Next episode, I believe, will be our very first build for this pack. So we've kind of got all the preparations done. I'm going to farm up some materials, get those kind of gathered up, and then we'll start our first build. And I'm not sure which one it'll be. It's probably going to be either the windmill or the house, but I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, I'll see you guys then.